Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again today. I want to remind you that if you want to help out this ministry to help us to get Bibles to the people in Africa, we could sure use your help. Go to the link below and there you can donate. Whatever you can donate would be greatly appreciated. We're going to try to get out as many Bibles as we can in these last days, moments and hours that we have left on the earth. Also, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you can be saved, and you might want to do this before it's too late. Because once the rapture happens, then you will have to be beheaded if you want to be saved, because you'll be at the hands of the Antichrist, and you will be beheaded because you believe in Jesus. If you take the mark of the beast, then you will be condemned to hell. But if you refuse it, that's when the Antichrist will come after you. But you can avoid all this stuff if you get saved today. It doesn't matter what you've done. All you have to do is ask Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior, and you will be saved. And just go to the link below, the blog link, and there you will see a salvation prayer that you can pray then along with Larry. And when you're done with that, you will be saved. Okay, so just do that. It only takes a minute or two, and you will not regret it. Okay? I want to go on with some news that for today. There is some news that has to do with the stock market, of course. We know that the Dow fell more than 2,000 points on Friday because of the tariffs, Trump's tariffs. And now Trump has announced a universal 10% tariff on all imports, which affects over 90 nations. And so a lot of these nations are saying, Canada, which is a major exporter of our oil, I found out, says they're not going to export the oil. But there's a lot of countries that are saying they're not going to do these deals with the United States because of these tariffs, 10% tariffs. But I also saw recently that 50% of these countries, or 50 of the 90 nations, they are going to try to make a deal with Trump to try to get these tariffs lifted. I don't know how that's going to work out. Okay. But I do know that Trump is said that he's not putting tariffs on the oil or gas imports. So I don't know why Canada's saying that they're not going to send us any more oil. I think it's just because they're mad about all these tariffs. But Trump says he's not going to do this with the oil. So now OPEC he's made a deal with OPEC to speed up output of the oil production, which is supposed to lower the gas prices. That's what it's supposed to do. So the gas prices are expected to drop at the pump. So they're going to produce 3 times as much oil as they're making this deal with Trump to help offset the tariff fees imposed by Trump. The 10% tariffs, however, will not apply to the crude oil. But I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that it is very possible and somewhat probable that the reason why Trump is doing this, causing the oil prices to fall and the gas prices at the pump, is because he's trying to correct the stock market. Because he's expecting prices to go up so much in the stores that if the oil prices were lower and the gas prices were lower, this will offset some of those prices and probably even out the economy, because the manufacturers, the stores will not have to pay high gas prices that would be passed on to the consumer. So I'm thinking that he thinks this is going to fix it, the stock market, even though there's high tariffs everywhere and we probably won't get many imports. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I do know one thing, that the people who are invested in the oil in the stock market, the oil investors, are very angry. They're pulling out all their funds from the stock market, oil funds, okay, and this is going to affect the stock market as well. So we're in for a bumpy ride. I don't know how all this is going to work out. The stock market will fall if God says it will fall, no matter what Trump does. He thinks he's got a plan. He thinks lowering oil prices is going to probably offset the economy, even though there's high tariffs. But then again, you've got that other card that's being played, where the oil investors are not happy. They only invest in oil when they think they're going to make money, and actually they're going to lose money big time in the oil industry. And so they invest trillions of dollars in the stock market for oil with these oil stocks, and they're going to pull it all out. And I just don't know how that's going to work out. Anyway, they're saying tomorrow that the Dow on Monday is supposed to be falling really bad, worse than it did on Friday. So I advise that you stock up now while you can on whatever you can stock up with. They're also saying that things like toilet paper and coffee prices will skyrocket. They're already saying that cell phones are skyrocketing and things like that. And they're saying there's going to be shortages, and I don't know all these things that are going to come about. But the lower gas prices are supposed to offset all this, in the near future. Anyway, just get prepared, and do what you can to stock up on a few items if you can, just in case. Because this is the strangest thing I ever heard, and I just don't know how anything like this will work out. But we'll find out in the days to come. Now, Germany plans to bring back 1,200 tons of gold from U.S. vaults. See, Germany is mad at Trump for the tariffs. And so they're going to try, I guess they had gold in our vaults, and they're going to try to remove that. And that will hurt our economy as well. And Britons are urged to prepare as Russia threatens gas sabotage. So Russia is threatening to cut off the gas to Britain. So, this stuff keeps escalating. And Iran currency falls to record lows against the dollar as tensions with U.S. mount. So this could very well create war with the United States. Could make them very angry because of all this is happening and create war with the United States. Another thing is, these oil companies are cooperating with Trump at the moment by producing all this oil, flooding the market with it, and driving the prices down. It doesn't mean they're going to continue to do so. They can just... I even read the article where it says they can change it at any moment. They could, stop production of the oil anytime they want. So, who really has control here? Who has the upper hand? There's wars happening all over the place. It's not physical. We have economic wars going on right now. But soon, when those economic wars heat up, it's going to turn into physical wars. It's going to happen soon. So anyway, I'm just urging you to be prepared in every way you can. Stock up with some food for your family. Make sure you're saved, because the rapture is about to happen very, very soon. Passover is coming up this weekend, and we have Easter coming up and Palm Sunday, and it's a very high rapture watch time. So get prepared and get ready and keep looking up, because Jesus is coming soon. I'll keep you updated. Watch the stock markets and see what's going to happen with that. I have a feeling it's just not going to work out the way Trump planned, and it's all going to sink. So we'll keep an eye on that. Even if it goes up temporarily, it's not going to stay up. And so just keep an eye on all that. And I love all you guys. I hope to see you all soon in heaven. I thank you all, everyone who makes comments, everyone who donates to this ministry. I can't hardly comment back or respond because I've been so busy lately. But I just want you to know that my thoughts are with you, and I am continuing to watch, just like you are. And I'm continuing to look up, and I believe with all my heart that Jesus is coming soon. God bless you all. Bye-bye.